Welcome to Full Stack PHP Web Development course. This website layout. A website is often divided into headers, menu, content, and a footer. There are tons of different layout designs to choose from. However, the structure above is one of the most common used structure. And we will take a closer look at it in this tutorial. Header. A header is usually located at the top of website or right below a top navigation menu. It often contains a logo or the website name. In this example, we have a div with a class header. After applying the style to the header, we have a header class name, background color, and padding is set 20 pixel, which is a shutter property and being set for the top, right, bottom, and left. Text align is center. This will result something like this. Navigation bar contains a list of links to help visitor navigating through your website. So after applying CSS to our header, we have navigation div with the class top nav and 3 links inside this navigation bar. Style for the top nav links, we have class, and inside class we have applied CSS to anchor tag. We applied first float left, then we applied display block, then we applied color, text align, and padding. Note the shutter property being used here. The first 14 pixel value will apply to the top and bottom of anchor tag, and the next 16 pixel will apply padding to the right and left sides. Then text in the very last, it is text decoration none. And lastly, we change color on hover. Using the hover selector, background color is set and color is set to black. And we also style the top navigation bar, in which we use the overflow hidden value. The layout in this section often depends on the target user. The most common layout is one or combining them of the following. One column often used for the mobile browsers. Two columns often used for tablets and laptops. Three columns only used for desktops. We will create 3 column layout and change it to 1 column layout on smaller screen. So after the navigation bar, we have now a div with the class row, and inside this class row we have 3 divs with the class column. This will divide a div into 3 columns, something like this. So first create 3 columns that flows next to each other. We applied float left to the column class and the width 33.33%, which will divide 100% into 3 equal parts. And lastly, we applied padding to give some gap between the columns. Then we have a selector for the row class, and we use the pseudo element, in which we applied content its value is empty, and displays the table and clear both. And in very last, we applied responsive layout. Makes the three columns stack on top of each other instead of next to each other. For this purpose, we use the media screen and inside the brackets max width 600 pixel. This is called media queries, which is being used for the mobile screens. How it works, let me show you. When I change the width of the result area, after though you have noted the width, as soon as it reaches just below 600 pixel, it will change these three columns into one column, making a responsive layout. You noted the width is the 588 pixel, and each column is now separated, divided into one column and looking like it's a single row and single column. This is called responsive layout. Unequal columns. The main content is the biggest and the most important part of your site. It is common with unequal column widths, so that most of the space is reserved for the main content. The side content, if any, is often used as an alternative navigation or to specify information relevant to the main content. Change the width as you like. Only remember that it should add up to 100 pixels in total. So after you have learned the basic layout, we have some advanced example which will add more content in our basic layout. Let me quickly describe this layout. So we have a header in which there is a h1 and paragraph tag, and the code is the same. Then we have a top nav. The addition is that there is a last link which is moved to the which is flowed to the right side by using the style and float right CSS rule. Then we have a fantastic layout. There are sidebars to the right side, and there are cards, and each card contains heading, two headings, image container, and some paragraph text. Note the code. This card is inside the container left column, and then we have a div with a class card, and each card div has a heading and image container and paragraph. Then we have a second card. Then later we have a right column as soon as the left column div is finished. It should not come outside of class row div container, otherwise it will be mess up. And we have 25% width for the right column and 75% width for the left column. It also contains cards containing the heading tag, image container, and some text. And in very last we have a footer. Please note there is a gap between the row and footer. We can achieve this by adding margin to any of these containers, either for the footer or for the content div. So up to now we have finished the second section of our course. Congratulations, you are now a web designer who can design web pages and style them using the HTML and CSS.